All right, my friends, I am Mike Kotler, your local Hoboken Realtor. Welcome to Maxwell Place. We're going to be doing a lot of speaking about Maxwell Place in general, the Hoboken real estate market in general, while you guys take a visual tour of the different buildings, the different condos, views, amenities at Maxwell Place in Hoboken, New Jersey. So let's go in again, take a look around, but let me tell you a little bit about Maxwell Place. So it is the largest condo community in the city of Hoboken. It's right on the river, right on the Hudson River, facing Manhattan between 10th Street and 12th Street. And as the name implies, it is the site of the former Maxwell House coffee factory. So from 1939 to 1990, it was a coffee factory that sat here. And in around 2003, Toll Brothers purchased the property, and shortly thereafter, they started building. And you can see one of the reasons why people love living here, not the shower at this particular moment, but the views. You're right on the river, you have these amazing views. This particular condo happens to have amazing outdoor space right on the river. It actually has 3 levels to it, which I'm going to show you right now. Views all the way down to and past Lower Manhattan up to the George Washington Bridge. So just getting back to the building and to the history. So Maxwell Place is comprised of 4 different buildings. The one we're looking at right now is 1125 Maxwell, and then you also have 1025, 1100, and 1000. And they were all built at very different times. So 1025 Maxwell was built in 2006. 1125, the one we're looking at now, was built in 2008. 1100 Maxwell, which sits right behind 1125, okay, so it's not on the water. There's a little street running between them. That was built in 2014, and the newest building out of the 4 at Maxwell Place is 1000 Maxwell, and that was built in 2021. So you have a 15-year, and that sits right behind 1025 Maxwell. So you have a 15-year difference between when the first building was built and when the last was. Another interesting point is that 3 buildings, 1025, 1125, and 1100, all share the same HOA. So you can go to any of the 2 pools. So the pools are at 1100 and 1125. You can go to either of the pools, use any of the common areas, the gyms, etc. 1000 Maxwell is its own HOA, so only residents of 1000 Maxwell can access their pool. And there are 58 or 59 units in the building, so it's very boutique, which is a pro and a con because that means higher HOA costs, but also less neighbors in the building. All right, let's move on. So that was a 1-bed. Yeah, please stay with this. We're going to be looking at the different Maxwell buildings, amenities in the different buildings. I'll be giving you a tour of the neighborhood. So you definitely want to stick around until the end. So let's talk about the pools for a moment because there are a few reasons people live here. So the views, we already checked that box. If you happen to be lucky enough to live in one of the condos or apartments with a view of the city, amazing. There are also a lot of private rooftop spaces that come deeded with certain units, so you can purchase those as well. And if you don't purchase a private space, you have access to the public space, which you're looking at right now. So we have the views. We also have pools. All right, so there are 2 pools in the first HOA, so that's at 1100 Maxwell and 1125. 1125 is the building that's on the water, okay? And then 1100 Maxwell, the building right behind it. 1000 Maxwell also has an absolutely beautiful rooftop pool, south facing, gets tons of sun. I really love that pool. Another reason why you might want to live here is because of proximity to amazing commuter options. So if you work in Manhattan, you can easily take the ferry, which is right around the corner at 14th Street. So the ferry is on the water at 14th. When you're living here, you're on the water between 10th or 12th. So you're a hop, skip, and a jump away from the ferry. you're also a couple of blocks away from Washington Street, and the 126 bus picks you up on the corner of 11th and Washington and gets you right into Port Authority. Then Maxwell also has a private shuttle that takes you to and from the path every weekday during rush hour. All right, so we have views, we have the pools, we have the gyms, commuter options, and then you have all of the standard options that you would hope for in a type of building like this. 24-hour doorman, elevator, of course, central air conditioning, in-unit laundry. I think I just need to pause for a second because look at that view. That's Maxwell Place Park right down below. People go out there and catch some sun when the weather's nice. You have the bike trail right there. It's just a really nice area to live in. I have a lot of clients who come from Manhattan. They want to get out of the hustle and bustle. They want a parking spot, somewhere cleaner, more space, maybe gym in the building. And a lot of people who want those things end up choosing Maxwell. Some will choose some other buildings nearby. There's the Hudson T buildings, 1400 Hudson, 1450 Washington, 1425 Hudson. There are a few others, but those are some you also might want to check out. Obviously, give me a call, tell me what you like, and I can walk you through more. Okay, parking. So Maxwell has in-building parking. Some of the other buildings do not. For example, I'm just giving you a little tour of the waterfront here. But like I said, you're right on the river. So let's talk about parking. A lot of people want in-building parking. It's a nice convenience to have. The Hudson T buildings, for example, do not have in-building parking. Neither does 1500 Garden Street or 1450 Washington Street for that matter. Everyone in those buildings has to park in the parking garage at 1450 Bloomfield. People who want a deeded spot in building often choose Maxwell. All right. Another reason is outdoor space. So as you're looking at right now, even if it's just a little sliver of outdoor space, man, is that better than nothing? And in some of the buildings I mentioned, like for example, the Hudson T buildings, even the absolute nicest unit there does not have any outdoor space. At the Hudson T, there is no roof. There are no private outdoor spaces attached to the units. And so a lot of people choose Maxwell because you have in-building parking and you have the option to have private outdoor space. So both of the buildings have 24-hour doorman, elevator, gym in building, and depending on what unit you're in, a nice view. But really, if you're going to choose Maxwell Place over the Hudson T building or some others, it might come down to parking, outdoor space. Oh, and also the last one, in terms of pets, there is no pet weight limit at Maxwell Place. So in the Hudson T, there's a 25-pound limit. Maxwell Place, there isn't. And I'm bringing up the Hudson T a lot because people often choose between those two buildings. All right, we are nearing the end of this tour, by the way. Maybe a minute left, but I really hope you guys have been enjoying it. I also want to let you know that there are some townhouses at 1125 Maxwell. So if you're looking for a single family home but want the amenities in the building and want to be on the river, the townhouses at Maxwell Place might be for you. They're all at least 2,700 square feet. And at Maxwell Place in general, you have studios all the way up to 4-bedroom homes. Hopefully this was helpful. By the way, make sure that you subscribe to the channel because we have a lot more apartment building tours coming out all the time. Want to make sure that you see them when they do come out. And if you want to go ahead and click right there, these are the other Hoboken condo building tours. And then once you subscribe, you'll also be able to see the new ones as well as Jersey City and Weehawken. Thanks so much.